And we're back. Sorry about the delay there. League seemed to have kicked all the players out of the lobby, and so everyone had to restart their client and join back in. So now we can actually begin the game very shortly. They really need to sort this buggy client out, right? Terrible.
I mean, League's having some issues recently. Definitely something I feel like Riot should look at, especially on the US server. It's a little sad to see, but hopefully they fix it and the game can continue the way we love it.
I'm not sure they have the money for that. I mean, considering they're quite a small indie company right now.
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
very
$1
true.
billion isn't really much money, is it? Not nowadays.
No, I mean, money, it's worth less and less. So.
Well, that's true. Inflation really does hurt a small company like Riot.
Yeah, I don't think 22 billion a year is enough to make a good client.
Should be in for an interesting match. The game should start shortly here. In the next few minutes, we should be getting into Champ Select, and
Yeah, here we go.
see that we are in. So we have Krypton and Thallium here.
Krypton, last split finalist. Played Radon. Unfortunately, they lost that game. And as for
Very true.
Thallium, they're a team that's looking very strong. I'd personally rate them as the highest or the best team who's new into the league. Besides Mercury, who's almost old players meshed together.
Yeah. Full of old players, Mercury. Thallium, a little more new players. Gonna be interesting. New team.
Yeah, so we've seen the Rakan ban. It seems that a couple players on Thallium really love the AP Rakan build. So it's quite standard to get rid of players
Interesting.
who are really good on certain champions.
Rakan, Zoe, banned. Zoe, obviously just a very strong mid laner. Has been for a long time. You don't want to play against her really, especially not leaving her up for someone like Simus, who is incredibly good at carrying the entire game from mid lane. So getting Zoe off, good choice there by Thallium, I feel like.
Yeah, so it should be good. And now we get the Cho'Gath. Quite standard. I mean, Cho'Gath's really good in a team composition.
Yeah, I mean, Malphite ban, it's a little weird. I don't know a lot about Thallium. Maybe they have a Malphite player, but Malphite in general, not that strong. Strong into heavy AD compositions, but in general, not the strongest champion at the moment. But if Krypton doesn't want to go against it, it's fine to ban out. They also ban out the Trundle, and we see the Scion coming out as well.
Yeah, Krypton as a team don't like playing against tanks. It was definitely something they struggled against last split. So they're seeming to rectify that. Oh, first pick being the Aurelia. Very standard. She's just so good at the moment. Amazing flex pick. She can be played in essentially almost every role.
Yeah, Aurelia coming out. Strong champion. Quick champ select here. These teams definitely know what they're going for. Thallium wanted the Yasuo and the Ornn. Obviously, those two, their ultis work well together. Krypton quickly locking in the Alistar, which is a great engage tool. Works well with the Aurelia as well. Just get that engaged, get them knocked up, have the Aurelia follow up with her stun so she gets the Q reset. I like this combo coming out from Krypton.
But they're looking very tanky overall. We've got both the Alistar and the Mindo as well.
Could be an Aurelia mid lane right there. Quite an interesting pick.
Yeah, definitely could be Aurelia mid, or she could be played in the AD position at the moment as well.
Yeah, great first pick. You can flex her around AD, mid, even top. Like the Mundo's probably gonna go top, but I mean the Aurelia can be everywhere. So
Yeah, so it's another very good flex pick. I mean, you can put him into any lane. Technically, like now they have a really hard engage. Ornn first pops the ultimate, then Wukong follows up, and with Yasuo ultimate, that's pretty much like.
yeah,
That's
lots
really
of knock up. Lots of knock up on the side of Thallium. I do not like the Wukong. It works well with the Yasuo, but I mean on the side of Krypton, you already have three sort of tanky champions. The Wukong, he sort of needs to, like, what he excels at is getting in and assassinating the really squishies. Mundo, Alistar, Aurelia, they're all not that squishy. I don't like Wukong into this, but we'll just see if they can make it work.
Something like Janna pick for support could be way they already have support, but something like Janna pick would have been like really good for Krypton right here, since they have like the opposing team Thallium has really hard engage, so Janna could have disengaged very easily. I think they need some hard disengage to prevent them from dying instantly in a team fight.
I agree. Also, Thallium banning out the Lucian and the Talia. And the Lulu and the Orianna coming out. On the other side, nothing special really about those bans. Lucian's strong ADC at the moment. At least one of the few real ADCs that's actually playable. And Talia obviously got those complete overbuffs after she got nerfed pretty hard. So total overcompensation by Riot and another big mistake by them, in my opinion.
Yeah. Orianna and Lulu, they're pretty good champions to ban as well. I mean, they're just so good in team fights, aren't they? But
True.
it seems that Thallium's really going the side of hard engage here. They have plenty of ways to start a fight. They've got the Nautilus, the Ornn. If Yasuo gets a couple knock-ups, they could go straight in.
I mean, if you're Thallium, you need to start thinking, yeah, that's what I was going to say. The brand, I was going to mention it. It's so good into this team comp. You have the hard engage, you have the front line, the Nautilus and the Wukong and Ornn and Yasuo, they're all going to get in your face, and that allows a champion like Brand who wants to stay back, who wants to stay on like a massive range, just throwing out the abilities, throwing out the ultimate. I think the Brand pick is very, very essential here. Hopefully, if it's gonna be a support Brand, I hope we're gonna see like an AP build at least, getting in towards that damage, because you're gonna need to do the AP damage, and I think the Brand could really be key if he's played well in these team fights.
Yeah. I mean, that Brand's going to offer some insane AoE damage, which is exactly what Thallium want. Also, letting Simos on the Cassiopeia is a big mistake for Thallium. It's definitely his strongest champion, so mid's going to play pretty safe. Yeah, if he gets a couple of kills, he can wind the game out of control.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about kiting on the Cassiopeia. You have all these champions who want to get in your face. You have so many knockups. It's very easy for Wukong to get onto you. So for Simos, it's about staying safe early, getting the farm, getting his items, perhaps getting a Sonia's pretty early on, so that the Wukong Yasuo combo won't kill you instantly. Because once all the engage is down and he's still alive, he's really going to be able to dish out the damage.
Yeah, I'm surprised with Krypton going with such a tanky build. It's not normally the playstyle they tend to go with, but I guess they're adapting and learning from their loss from the last split. I know more than anyone that this team definitely wants to win last split. They were almost humiliated. They got brought down a few pegs. They got overconfident. They came first during the regular split. Avoid scrimming, and that ended up biting them because they threw away in the final, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to try out something new, you want to test stuff here, this is your chance to do it. It's the first week. There's not really any pressure. If you do end up losing a game or two here, it's not the end of the world. Obviously, every game matters, but at this point, you can sort of use these games to figure out what fits you and fits your team, and what you're able to win with and what you don't really win with. So
yeah, should be a really good game. We've got a minute left to wait for the spectator delay, so we're running out of things to say, honestly, about the teams. League of Legends does have quite a massive window that spectators have to wait.
Pretty big delay. Obviously 3 minutes is quite a long time when you're just sitting here excited to get into game. Only a minute left now. I want to discuss the Kayn here still. Kayn being picked on the side of Krypton into Wukong. It depends on who gets ahead, because it's two champions who really like to one-shot, and they can easily one-shot each other. Obviously, if you do go Dark in Kayn, the red Kayn, you're not really going to one-shot. You want those drawn-out fights, but in general, early game, these two champions, pretty even, I feel like. They both want level 6, definitely, before dueling each other. And if they're going to be fighting over Scuttle Crabs, which is probably very likely, you want the help from the mid laner, and Cassiopeia, it all depends on if she lands the Q or not. So I think the Kane might be put behind a little bit early, but hopefully Krypton has a plan with it.
I actually think the Kane is really good considering, like, if you will go Darkin Kane, he has a lot of like engage possibilities. For example, with his knock up, he can like stop and engage almost fully. Also, Thallium doesn't really have hard engage. I mean, like hard damage. Only they have a good one-po combo, but if they cannot one-shot the Kane will stay alive for the entire fight, and he will keep doing like a lot of damage throughout it.
Definitely agree. Kane, it's all about getting through this early game. If you are Thallium, you want to punish it early because, as you say, late game, when it comes to these team fights, Darkin Kane will really just decimate these tanks that is on the side of Thallium. So.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Thallium didn't play around ball lane at the start of the game. They have a lot of pressure there, and they can easily go for dives with Wukong's like strengths early on.
Yeah. Looks like we are into game then.
There we go. A lot of messages, man. It's ridiculous. No stream issues this time, it appears. So something's been done right.
The side of Krypton, simply because of the fact that Mundo, Cassiopeia could really spam out her E early if she wants to start that. Alistar, the Q, Pulverize.
Yeah, they both have very good pick potential, so anything can happen. Like if Nautilus has the pull, Brand has a strong AoE, but then Alistar at the same time has a knock up, which is like 5-man, and it's like they both have, in my opinion, a really strong composition early on, like at level 1.
Yeah, it should be a really interesting game.
Should be.
Okay, so we're now in game in 1 minute. And not much is happening at the moment. Krypton just being careful for possible invade. This Thallium team is really good at pulling off an invade if they really wanted to with the Nautilus hook.
Good to point out that Pink Ward on the side of Krypton is like really good since it'll give them like hardcore vision on their jungler movements, which is probably going to be really crucial.
Yeah, true. It's in a good position as well. Bear is probably not going to be walking through that brush on his jungle clear, so that pink ward should be there for a while, and hopefully it's going to give some good information on the side of Thallium.
Yeah, definitely think it will become huge, showing where the Kane will be and everything.
So it was actually the Brand mid lane coming out.
Okay, Cassiopeia getting really good poke.
Poking down.
Definitely taking control of the lane at the moment.
That is the issue with the Brand here. Especially on the early levels, you don't really have the punish. You sort of just have to take this poke and try and avoid it the best you can.
Yeah, this meta is definitely wacky. I mean, it's just weird seeing Aurelia Yasuo in bot lane.
Yeah,
Yasuo got level 2.
early level 2 on the side of Thallium. This is a
great call.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage right there.
A lot of damage down here.
No summoners blown. The exhaust still up from Alistar, which isn't the worst case scenario for them. They both went relic shield, so they got plenty of potions.
That's true. They're going to be sharing a lot of gold down here.
Wukong already looking for some early invades. Cassiopeia damaging the Brand. He's going to be taking quite a bit of damage here. Can Simon
taking a lot of damage. Simon's going to get the kill.
Good play, and he flashes out of there.
Wow.
Very well played, and he kept his heal.
That is going to be really crucial for the entire laning phase, having Cassio in the lead over Brand.
Yeah, you don't want a Brand getting ahead.
Jelly on that Wukong, he was coming in, he was ready for the gank. Banjo just walked too far forward there. You have to be more patient, you have to wait. You know your jungler's coming in. That's just, I feel like miscommunication between the two. They should have had Simos there. Simos stepping up far in the lane and, well, getting away scot-free, really.
Gonna have to point out that Krypton has double relic shield on ball lane. Krypton has double relic shield on ball lane while Thallium only has one, so that's gonna get a good goal late early on.
Yeah, and a bit of a mistake there from Bear.
Insane turn.
Really over chasing for the Ornn there and gets caught out by 3
Overestimating the
members.
damage of the game, definitely. Getting caught out, as you say. But good communication from Thallium, and the brand got the kill actually, so probably back in the game now.
Yeah, definitely redeeming a little bit. He's a bit behind on CS, but at the end of the day, I'd rather take the kill than be even with Cassio and CS at this point. It definitely punishes the jungler there, and it eases off some of the pressure on the other lanes, knowing that the Kayn is dead.
Yeah. Kayn put behind here. Banjo really using those double buffs. Putting him to good use there.
Yeah, Sai's just gonna have to take it easy for a little while until those buffs wear off. I can't see him winning unless he outplays massively. Though Kayn is looking for the mid lane at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, he's actually gonna get the flash. I was gonna say it was a use of or a waste of time, but Banjo quick to use his flash and needs to be careful here.
Definitely the ideal situation for the Cassiopeia here. Playing very aggressively.
Simos is so good at landing those Qs on the Cassiopeia. So essential to the champion.
Yeah, spamming that E. You want to get as much of them there as possible when you get the poison off.
Brown having the back again. Gonna put him at a huge elixir experience disadvantage right there.
Yeah.
Both top laners are very low. This could be interesting. And it's insane damage coming from the Wukong there on the Kayn. He's got to be careful there. And at the moment, it seems Thallium has bot lane priority. Which is really good considering the first Drake is Infernal.
Yeah. You want to be careful if you're the Ornn here. Mundo, obviously, once he gets that level 6, he can pop the ulti. He just regens. He can all-in you.
Quite risky Infernal though.
Seems
Very risky
Ornn gets the 6 first. He can maybe try something here. And a very risky Drake here.
Oh, this is going to end very bad for Thallium. Great
Oh,
Alistar combo.
great knock-up from Alistar. They're going to get 1 kill. Can they get 2?
Oh, Westmo!
Westmo, he gets the kill there. Insane play there.
We're going to see, just like I said, the Mundo, once he got level 6, Andre, he knew he could just go in on that Ornn and Saring, really not respecting the power of Mundo. So, Westmo needs to get out here. Can he get executed?
Seems he will.
And
Flash
he
is a mastery to go out in style.
Great play by Westmo. Unfortunately, the rest of his team, not so much. I think it's it all starts with the Dragon Call. Obviously, it's pretty stupid.
It was
You
a
don't
very
really-
risky play.
You don't really want to do that. They don't really have vision control down there. I mean, no one's really dead. They don't have that much control down bottom. I mean, Aurelia and Alistar is always going to be strong, just based off base stats. So I don't really think that was the best of calls. What do you think, Wolfen?
I think even though it was a really terrible call, if Krypton was able to react to it faster, it would have been perfect. But they still did get the challenge. They still managed to get the Dragon over there. So in the long run, it's gonna pay out. Even though they got into a disadvantage now, if they're able to hold up through it, it's gonna like stack up throughout the entire game. It's still like put your statistics straight, not like just the current gold situation.
Yeah, 8% extra damage, 8% extra AD and AP obviously becomes very huge towards the later games. Especially someone like
taking out.
Yeah, a bit of a fiasco over the Dragon there. I was actually surprised that they decided to take on such low health.
maybe a bit of first game nerves there from Thallium. But we see Jellery here on the Wukong. He's in the brush.
And it seems like Krypton's been baited in here.
That's gonna be really deadly.
This
Really
is
nice
a
combo right
great
there.
idea.
Team Scared trying to get as much damage as they can.
Yes,
But
no,
it's
wasn't
just not
cheap yet,
enough.
though.
Oh,
And
the
Westmo,
ulti.
he's going in. He's
Alistar
go for the
doesn't have
dive
ulti
here.
anymore, I think. Yes, very well
Good
Great
played.
play.
play there.
Nice.
And he's just
Oh.
barely... No, he's not going to get out.
That was a
And
little
the
unfortunate
kill
there.
as well.
Brand
I mean,
doing
this
some
probably
serious
don't die,
damage.
Oh
A
my
bear and
God.
Sai both
No!
going down. Disaster
wow.
for Krypton.
Wow.
Oh no. That is horrible.
And he gets out alive. That is just icing on the cake for Thallium
The
right
idea
there.
is great. You see the Wukong bot lane, you know you can punish in the mid lane, getting the Kayn in there. But that was my issue with Kayn. You don't have the early game pressure, which is so important in this meta. And we're gonna see top lane here, Andre with the ulti.
This is going to be very close. It looks like Mundo is just going to lose this. Can Ornn finish him off?
Nah,
Oh, he's
Mundo,
going to
he
turn it
heals too
round.
much. It's impossible. It's just impossible. Mundo, stupid
Insane.
champion. Stupid champion.
Krypton really needed that. With the Mundo being 2-0, the champs like Yasuo and Nautilus are going to struggle a little bit in taking him down and getting on top of him.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you say this, it's a great outplay by Banjo, obviously, but he's still behind in CS. He has a little bit of an XP lead now, but it's not that much. It's not going to mean that much. The Cassiopeia is still in this game, and the Mundo is so strong now. 2-0. He has an XP lead. He has a big XP lead, actually, and I mean, you're going to have to try and get through this Mundo, and he's going to be onto you because all of Thallium's champions pretty much are melee, so that's definitely what Mundo wants.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also worth mentioning that stopwatch from Banjo was absolutely amazing. Like, perfectly timed right there.
Insane. Just very well played. Throwing out the ulti, stopwatch, utilizing the brand passive beautifully.
So,
think
they
it's
go for a
actually-
lane swap here, so Westmo and Nautilus trying to extend their little advantage they
Oh.
have going here.
Are they gonna get Sai? No.
Ooh, good.
Wasting
good
the
flash.
ulti though, but great flash,
A
yeah.
little late ulti from Cassiopeia. Could have killed the Wukong if it was earlier, but other than that, very good escape.
Cassiopeia is definitely calling for some pings here.
Yeah, they're gonna try and get the mid turret. The Ornn is collapsing in here. Ornn is doing Raptors, which I don't think is what you want to be doing right now. It's gonna be caught
no.
out by Mundo. The Kayn's there as well.
Despite Ornn being behind, he's still useful in team fights, so that's why he's a really good champion to pick.
I want to continue talking about Ornn though, not to hate on Saring or anything, but doing the Raptors there, pretty stupid call. You want to try and get some damage down to the mid turret, and when you go up against this Mundo, I don't agree going for the aggressive buy of Sheen, going for the damage.
Oh, Krypton's going to make a TP play here.
Oh.
They're sending 4 top lane just to get the Nautilus.
That's a dead Nautilus, but a wasted TP from Andre.
They're
Didn't
going to
get
have to
anything
go
out
for a
of it.
Rift Herald for this, otherwise it was a waste.
Really good rotations though by Krypton right there. Overall, Thallium had the lead up till now in rotations, but that was a really good one. Definitely a better rotation.
I
right
want to
there.
see Thallium push out mid lane here, get vision around Dragon, make sure you get this Dragon to compensate for the Herald that they're going to do so on the top side.
Yeah, that would definitely be the ideal call to make in this situation.
Yeah, Krypton's unable to contest the dragon, so they should just go for the top tower, maybe even push with the Herald right away to force them, force Thallium to come to the base instantly, because that's 2 towers. But I guess they're not pushing it out. I'm surprised by that.
And another, a much safer Drake this time.
Yeah, better call, Mountain Dragon. 2 great dragons, honestly. I love getting me a Mountain Dragon when I play. It's just so great for pushing down turrets, getting the objectives.
Yeah, it's really the only way you could punish Krypton from sending everyone top lane, and there's a massive fight going on here. Alistar getting a double knock up.
Krypton
They're going to be able to dive this.
is just so smart.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying to do a bit earlier. Go for a dive and go for 2 towers with the Herald.
Yeah.
Really good play right there.
Ornn and Wukong a little late to the party, and they lose a tower and 2 members.
Yeah, another great rotation, out-rotating the entire Thallium team right there. Really impressive.
It's definitely took a while for this Rift Herald to die. Then you've got Andrew all alone in the bot lane, taking a massive chunk out of this tower.
Yeah, I mean, Thallium, their rotations, they haven't really been that good. I think once you got the Dragon, you want to recall, you want to start sending people towards top lane. You see the Herald, it's already spawned. You want to leave the outer turret. You want to just try and defend that in the inner turret. And both the Yasuo and the Nautilus got caught out by that. And Westmo, if he goes in on this, he is
He's
dead.
going to get TP'd on here. He does have the Nautilus with him, which does help a bit.
Ooh,
Oh,
I really
wicked
have to
disarm.
cancel that there.
But Andre is so tanky. It's impossible to kill this Mundo at this point in the game.
Yeah, they're just going to have to wait, get some...
Westmo has the Ignite. He needs to put that down early onto Andre if they
Yeah.
want any chance of killing him.
They're going to need to wait
He's
for
exactly-
a couple mortal reminders to do anything to this guy.
Yeah, Thallium, even though they have a really good heavy engaged composition, a great idea, they don't have the heavy damage to kill Mundo or Kane. And I don't even think very late game they're not going to kill Cassio either instantly, unless Wukong goes like full AD, which I'm not sure he will. They're not going to be able to kill their carries if we go like very late, and that's going to, like, if they don't one-shot them, they're going to, like, Krypton is going to turn back, and they're going to win the fight. In a long one. In a long
Yeah.
stand-up.
Alistar is standing still.
Somehow survives that. It's just
Maybe a
so
bit of
tanky.
lag there. Oh, but the Ornn is gonna go down.
Oh,
just
he managed to
barely
survive.
survives.
They're turning this.
Great
The
combo.
Yasuo, an absolutely insane AoE damage coming from Thallium here.
Oh
They're going to
my
get
god.
4 members, and they all survive.
That's where we see the real bronze combo.
Oh, and Cassio's been stunned. She's going to die here.
Oh my.
And
That's a full ace.
The
Wow.
Wukong Yasuo, straight out of bronze, but it works. It's so good if you do it correctly, and we see it there. 3-man knock up, 3-man Yasuo ulti,
That was so well executed there.
beautifully executed. And now they need to... Oh, the Nautilus ends up taking aggro. That's pretty lucky there.
They could rotate top lane right now and take the tower, but I guess they're going to back.
I think backing, using the gold that they just got from this team fight is very important, because you don't want to be caught out anywhere by Krypton and not
Yeah,
be ready
exactly.
for the fight.
Exactly. Agreed.
Well,
Generally
Krypton
taking
definitely
blue.
struggling here now.
Good call by Wukong to go for steal the opposing enemy's jungle boss.
Yeah, agree. I also was about to mention the fact that Thallium's team comp with all this heavy engage is useless if you fall behind, and then they just did that right before I was going to mention that. So now they're ahead. Now the engage is great to have, and you can easily pick a fight that you want with this team comp, which is very good, I think.
At this point, if they execute it like very well, let's say like they get a 2 or 3-man ultimate on good carries, followed up by Wukong, they can full HP dive the entire team with no counterplay whatsoever.
Exactly.
Can't believe they came at that so clean though.
I mean, you have a 6-1 brand now that you're looking at if you're Krypton. How do you deal with that? Because the Mundo can't get onto him. He needs to run past every single other member of Thallium. I mean,
It's
and
too
even
difficult.
then, Brand can
I
just stun you. The Kane isn't that strong. He's not going to do anything. We'll see here, but Wukong's here.
Maybe we'll get some insane AoE damage here. They're going to go straight for the Rela. Good call here.
Oh,
Rela's just
I
going to
really
have to try and escape.
W.
The Arnold hits. This should be Aurelia dead. But a TP coming in from the Mundo.
Andre
I think
coming in.
Mundo
He
should
should
be able
clean
to get
this
some
up.
damage here. He might be able to clean up.
You also have Sharma's coming in from behind now. He's coming from down the lane.
Interesting minion block to Wukong right there. Kind of unfortunate.
And Krypton are able to clean up there. Well played from them.
Yeah, it's a good collapse. Also, Thallium doing nothing with this. They are just standing around mid, 3 people doing absolutely nothing. Either you rotate top, you get the top turret, or you start rotating down bottom to help, and Westmo can get caught out before the 2
Westmo
others
going in
appear.
way too early on his own there. He's going to die a premature
Look
death.
at that
Oh wait,
brand damage though.
the Brand doing insane AoE damage right here. And he is godlike.
Banjo absolutely popping off.
And
Kane's coming in.
that's what happens when Brand has one good play. That double kill with the tower is just put him
So
in a really
important.
good position right now.
Got him back into the game. Got him that lead in the lane.
Really surprised Kane didn't rotate top. Instead did like Raptors over there. If he rotated top, there would have been no counterplay to it since they had a player advantage. And I think he would have been able to get a tower or even like maybe half the tower's HP on top lane if he went top lane straight up instead of rotating bot after Raptors.
Yeah,
Yep.
and we've got Drake coming up now, so can be
We're
expecting
gonna have
some more
another
fighting.
fight.
We're going
Good idea there.
Orange
Poke
Sun,
out
but
the
no
king.
follow up. Good call there. And it seems Thallium's really playing heavily towards his bot side.
They want
Krypton's vision's
this
quite good
dragon.
there.
They need to go down now. They have a window here where they can go down, they can get the vision control, set it up. I don't want to start the dragon here. Maybe actually, Simons is backing.
Kane's
this
still
should
in mid lane here. They'll be able to take this uncontested.
If I was Krypton, I would have just rotated it straight up top. And taken straight into tower for the dragon probably. Or even mid tower because it's very low. Since they were doing the dragon. It would have been the best call. They're not able to contest anything.
Pretty passive from... Oh, Bear just smited a 76 health red buff. That's probably not the best smite.
It saves one auto attack, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And Wukong here,
Artillery.
standing in vision, he might get caught out. It seems he's going in, and the Arnold following up with the Yasuo. This combo is insane.
Krypton is just not learning from their mistakes. Go bottom. If you're Thallium right now, you go bottom, you get that turret. It's so free now.
They could also rotate Baron because it's spawning right away. But that's a risk as well.
You need Andre to back here. I think Krypton is sending Andre to try and get the mid lane turret, but I'm scared. If Simos gets caught out here, maybe that's an inhib.
Oh yeah, definitely. They can't defend with the Kane and the Aurelia. They're just getting absolutely deleted. They don't have that much health. Really only the Alistar can peel, but even then he's really limited in what he can do.
Banjo is definitely biting off more than he can chew here.
Oh, he's trying to face the Fed Mundo here. Can he hit the axe? Ooh. Lacks of
That was
damage,
really close.
and he might get caught out here.
Andrew should be fine. He has a lot
Oh,
of
it
damage.
lands! But Lollyblue is on his own now.
Krypton's on their way, and so's Thallium. We can expect maybe a big fight here.
Could be a
Oh,
big fight
no,
over
no.
here. Yasuo
Andre's
just
still
died.
chasing here.
What is Saring doing?
Yasuo gets the knock up. Zaren's been caught out.
Oh,
Sharon's dead here.
That poison
Maybe
should
not.
kill him.
he's
Oh, he's still
gonna
alive.
get out.
And it seems Thallium might
he
turn this
survived.
fight around. Andre's taking a lot of turret shots.
This is the definition of a clown fiesta. Saring staying for way too long. He didn't have to stay so close. Got engaged upon and
Interesting
Krypton
game plan, yeah.
continued diving.
They're not in a position to do that.
No one dies.
They're not in a position to do that. They cannot follow it up.
I'm surprised nobody died there. That was some fight. I mean, a lot of low health bars. But both
I think both teams will be playing around Baron right now.
Yeah, looking at the map, there's not any vision around it, which is actually quite surprising. I imagine Kane after blue buff will try and get a ward
Oh,
there.
Rismos going in on Simon. Simons got caught out here, and he's just dead.
Yeah, this
That's how
Yasuo's
quickly it
got a
goes
couple
once
items
Yasuo
here.
gets on you.
That could potentially be a Baron right there. Okay, Wukon's back in, never mind. At least some deep vision should be put by Thallium in the Krypton's jungle to make sure that they have a free Baron.
Yeah, Krypton pinging the Baron, so they're going to be expecting to play some of that.
Bear could be caught out here, he's in a bad position. Never mind. Kind of a
Andrew
risky Baron right
trying
there.
to be a nuisance. Kane's
Yeah,
half
the Baron
health.
was
They
started.
don't want to fight this. Kane could get jump on.
Oh, this split calls for Thallium.
And Westmo is taking insane damage from Mundo here, and he actually gets a kill.
Another
Seems like
great
Thallium is
Baron
making
ulti.
some
Brand's still
communication.
alive, but Aurelia's on her way. She should be able to clean up here.
Aurelia is definitely going to clean this up.
And the Baron's helping out as well.
Yeah, very bad miscommunication by Thallium's bar right there.
That was
Allowing
a very
Krypton
bad
to
call.
catch up. Yeah, everyone was alive. They weren't sure what to do. Stop Baron, ran away, fight. They had no communication right there.
But now Krypton's going for the Baron. Wukon's
Yeah, that's
on
a
his
free
way.
Baron.
He might be able to get a steal. Blastcone's still up, but there is vision.
This is not a good Baron call. The
This is a
Wukong's
horrible
alive.
Baron.
They know he's over there, but the Baron isn't dying quickly enough, and this Wukong can just sneak in, kill the Alistar, kill the Aurelia,
Yeah, they had to
Yeah.
stop it. They should have
and
just
they
pushed it.
realize that they're backing out.
If they had Bear,
They should've-
then it was an okay decision. But without Smite, they should have quit a lot earlier. And now the waves not looking too good. Top's pushing really far, so it's going to force a lot of Krypton tension up here.
Yeah.
In
I
terms
mean,
of-
Thallium-
A lot of nerves here from both teams. I feel like a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, definitely some teeth in issues, though it's quite common in the first couple of weeks of the split before the teammates get used to each other. But honestly, the game at the moment, it can go either way. I personally prefer Thallium a little bit more at the moment. They've got the Drakes on their side, and they're quite a hard team to kill. Then you've got the Brand, who just does insane damage in team fights.
If they play it out smart here, I think Thallium should have this in the bag. Although it's only a 2k gold lead, I feel like just because of the team comps, the Dragons being in their favor, it's much more than just this 2k gold lead.
And it seems Krypton's going for more vision around the Baron. Starting a D-ward.
Really risky right there because they had no vision around the Baron, so it could have been caught out right there. They really seem to have any vision anywhere at the moment, besides their own side of jungle.
Yeah, Thallium's definitely got a lot of wards in Krypton jungle, but Krypton only looks to have one, which isn't the most ideal, but they are slightly behind in terms of map control, and we've got a Drake coming up, which, looking at the map, is going to go to Thallium.
Krypton has 0 pink wards in their inventory. That's really interesting. They should be having, like, each person should be having at least 2 pink wards in my opinion, because they're going to get cleared out fast and they need the vision. They was just being really smart, trying to go for that ward, but has to back out right there.
You have another Mountain Dragon up. Oh, we have a TP coming in behind from the Ornn. Actually, this is going to be a big team fight.
Engage here, and Cassiopeia getting absolutely melted.
But the Yasuo is not there. And there he
Yasuo
comes.
gets a 3-man knock-up, and Alistar, he gets quite a good damage there.
Oh, Thallium's absolutely decimating Krypton here. This is not
so
looking
much
good.
damage.
You want to go to the Baron here. Quick Baron call. Just get it off the map. You want to get the Dragon afterwards as well, I feel like, and just start pressuring the turrets.
Fantastic engage there from Thallium.
Yeah, really good. Like that's Ornn right there. Even if you fall behind, that ultimate is like, it's just absolutely devastating.
Saring, he's made so many mistakes during this game, and yet he comes up big for Thallium there. Great TP in behind. Great call in general by Thallium, and just a well-executed team fight.
Yeah, that's a free dragon as well. They're not spawning yet.
You want to get the dragon, it helps your siege as well, especially with the Baron buff.
Yeah, and 3
Mountain Dragons just...
That's insane damage to turrets and hibs.
That's a 5k gold advantage. They're gonna be able to just go in, like, no counterplay whatsoever.
Yeah. Good call here, back it up altogether. Yeah, if played correctly, Thallium should be able to end this out before 30 minutes.
Yeah, looking good. Not seen any pink wards bought during the reset though. Vision's definitely something both teams have to work on a little.
Bit of a mistake.
Yeah, lack of vision is hurting them really bad this game.
Oh, Nautilus got one. My bad.
Oh, okay.
He must have just got
the one pink ward.
The one pink ward will win you the game in the LGS.
I mean, you have a pink ward by Dragon Pit. You want to replace that. You're not going to use it anymore, right? So, if that is Nautilus's, matter of fact, can I check that?
Elder Dragon's definitely going to take a few minutes before we start seeing that in the map. Just try and prioritize as much vision you can in enemy jungle, and try and catch a couple members of Krypton out.
Yeah.
It seems we're going to start engage on Simos.
Westmo is going to get the
Westmo with a combo. Simos just can't do anything.
Simos, who we talked about, the potential MVP of the entire split, has had a pretty dire game here.
Yeah, the vision's not looking too good. And Kane here against the Wukong, it's looking to go in Wukong's favour.
Yeah, but this is when Kane starts to really, well, not really.
He just gets deleted.
Yeah, I mean, Kane's not strong enough yet. 1 and 8, that's definitely not like favorable right there.
I mentioned it during the champs today. I didn't understand the Kane pick. I hoped Krypton had something planned with it. They didn't, and he's 1 and 8 down. He's just been a massive thorn in the side of Krypton the entire game.
Yeah. We actually questioned the Wukong pick, but it seems he's actually doing really well with it. He's also in Death Stance, which is quite a strong item at the moment.
Pressuring 2 lanes here. The Ornn can hold the Alistar and the Aurelia.
Seems Thallium's going to have to wait for another minion wave or 2 before they can have a really good chance of getting this tower.
When Ornn's ultimate Call of the Forge God is up, I think they can just rush in. Ornn pulls it back. Nautilus just jumps in. They have too many knockups, and Yasuo has so many
Yeah.
openings to use his ultimate
The
properly.
Wukong ulti, the Ornn ulti, they're gonna come up at the same time.
Yeah, it's just
Brand
someone's
ulti
gonna
too.
die for sure.
Just getting the poke.
That
Oh,
yeah, that's not bad.
I don't know.
Oh,
What
and
Bear's
Ornn misses
doing
his
there.
ultimate.
No, that
And
was
now
a
Alistair,
casting
he gets a
poison.
really great knock up here. Can Krypton follow up? Oh, there's a lot going on here. It's quite hard to tell what's happening, but it seems that Thallium is
Banjo
on top
getting-
again.
Banjo just barely surviving. Westmo getting a 2-man ultimate in this game.
And it's cleaned up. That could
Thallium-
be game.
That's a
It's
game. Right there.
definitely going to be game. Thallium is gonna bring out the surprise here. The team comp working out well. We were discussing whether or not if they fell behind, it was gonna be hard to win with this team comp, but in the end, they had the team fight mid that just turned the entire game, and from there on, the team comp just too strong. No counterplay from Krypton, and what a start for Thallium. What a game.
That was a game with a lot of kills, a lot of fighting. It's just what you want from a first game.
Yeah, really great game right there.
So Krypton have now finished week 1 with a 1-1 record due to a default win against Titanium. And Thallium, they still got 1 game to go, so they could be the first team to go 2-0 this split. Do you think they could do it with the performance that we just seen?
Definitely, that was surprising. They're gonna go up against Radon. It's another one of these really, really good teams. But I mean, Thallium right now, they surprised me a lot here. Great play overall, and I think if you are Radon here, you gotta be looking at this. You gotta be saying like, okay, we don't want to give them this sort of heavy engaged team comp, or at least we want to make sure, as Wolfen mentioned in Champ Select, we get the Janna and Nami, one of these really good disengaged champions, because that's definitely what Krypton was lacking in this game.
Yeah. What was your thoughts on the game, Wolfen?
Okay, so if we went to as I mentioned, if we went to very late game, I'm certain that Thallium would have lost it because of the Kane's disengaged potential. That's why I think that like the Kane had very good potential as a pick, but the execution was just not done properly. He fell way too behind, and Wukong was just able to run over him. Wukong was actually running over everyone. He and Yasuo were just like absolutely demolishing with Brand. And then Nautilus and Ornn, even though they weren't performing the best, they had like really good engaged support. They were just like really good supportive picks right there. And well, Krypton not being able to do anything at the end, like they were just way too behind. I don't know if they even tried to fight out turret range. I think they should have just given up to the inhibitor and tried to like fight under 2-0 towers because they were just that behind.
Yeah.
Wolfen, do you have an MVP of this game? Anyone who really just stuck out in particular to you?
Westmo, I think, had the best 1v1 picks. Like he did very well in terms of like 1v1 and like microplay. But overall, I would say that probably Banjo Brom did the most in terms like overall damage, and like Brand is just a very strong champion, and I think he executed well, like poking at the end, doing a lot of work. Like I think he just did like the most work overall in the game, so I would rate him as the MVP.
Alright.
I have to agree. I think Banjo was the MVP. I mean,
I
he
think
went
my own-
unstoppable at one point, so he almost
Great Brand play, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's between a lot of people here. I think my own MVP would actually be Jellery. Being a jungler myself, I played a lot of Wukong a lot of seasons ago. I know how hard it is playing Wukong into this team comp. It's so tanky. You have Darken Kane, Mundo, Alistar, Aurelia. You don't have this sort of one-shot potential against these champions, and yet Jellery just made it work. Great engages, great follow-up on the Ornn ulti. He's really the guy who set up Westmo and who set up all the Brand ultis as well. I think Jellery would probably edge it out as my MVP for this game.
Okay, sounds good. Right, now we're going to be taking a short break before game 2. Hopefully it won't be too long.